Hi guys, welcome to Bajerski YouTube channel. Just been to Norlinga, which is the place where Moldavite dropped and landed and went right into the surface core. Apparently 4.5 miles down. We learnt quite a lot. But apart from all of that, forget all of that. Wow, all the leaves are dropping from the trees. It's beautiful. We're now midway somewhere else. I'm going to explain how I felt while I was in Norlinga, which is a medieval surrounded town by a big wall. And then I'm going to explain something straight after that, and hopefully I remember where it was. Steinheim is, I think, where we're going to, because we found something out which is kind of fascinating. So welcome guys, it's a great day today. I'm on the exploration of Moldavite and how it came here 50 million years ago, and the reason why is because I'm writing a book called The Power of Moldavite. Got the sun in my eyes, it's beautiful, it's a glorious day. The German people say, oh, you brought the weather with you, and I'm so glad I have. It's gorgeous. So yeah, we set off a few days ago, and we ended up in this village called Nordlinga. And this village, when we entered it, I wanted to feel the energy of the village through the power of Moldavite, where it landed. So the meteorite landed, which is Moldavite, 50 million years ago, and it landed. And basically what happens, they said that it when it made impact, it actually goes into the ground, and then the process of the firing, the heat, the lava, spews loads of the Moldavite out, shoots it out for miles. But the main bulk of the meteorite goes into the ground and solidifies as a whole, which is really interesting, because I had this in my head that the Moldavite bounced. This is how I thought, bounced and went and landed somewhere else, when in actual fact it goes straight into the ground and becomes part of the ground itself, and it spreads for, you know, it might be 1 mile. Apparently I think it was 1 mile. The meteorite was 1 mile wide, but it could be felt for thousands of miles when it made the impact. I guess this is all science-based, and it's not really that interesting to me. What's interesting to me is how it got here, and the power of Moldavite, what it does for us, how it makes us feel. So I wanted to experience the feeling of Moldavite in its birthplace, in its original home, where it is now. Not the little tiny fragments, but the whole, the mother stone itself. So what I found interesting was when I first entered this surrounding area, which is interesting. First of all, it's surrounded by a great big wall. That was interesting. I thought, okay, so there's a big wall surrounding this. Then I tried to find Mother Earth. Well guys, if you've ever been there, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that they have absolutely concreted and put stone, and as much as they could, and right in the center there is not just a little church, but a humongous church, which could be called a cathedral. It's so big. And I don't think that many people who live there actually know of Moldavite. Not to my understanding anyway, when I spoke to a few people. In fact, they were more interested in the story of the medieval 15th century, 17th century, whatever it is, of basically the village being saved by a pig. It's a long story, but that was more in their understanding. So I found that fascinating, found it fascinating. Now, did I feel anything when I was there? Well, I'm going to tell you something really, really interesting. I not only looked down, but I was looking up. And what I noticed is, and I took photos of this, aerial photos, which we found really interesting, where the circle of Moldavite landed, and inside here is this energy field. When you look up, and I looked up, I took a photo because around me now there's a lot of chemtrails, loads of chemtrails, so many you wouldn't believe it. But what I found fascinating was in the area of the Moldavite, it was perfectly blue sky. And as chemtrails tried to come into this surrounding area, the chemtrails ceased and stopped. And I found that fascinating, the power of Moldavite. So that was the first thing. So the energy is there. What did I feel? Well, when I walked in there, I felt a sense of a different vibration. It felt different. The people in that village, I didn't see any anger. I saw a lot of calmness. The birds, I saw lots of birds, lots of movements from the birds. They were doing really crazy, wacky things. I thought, wow, the wildlife above is amazing. But I've got to be honest, even though I felt a different shift in energy in that place, I actually felt a little bit disappointed because there were nowhere in that circle where Moldavite landed, that is a surrounding wall, that there is any breathing space for Mother Nature. It was almost like somebody knew about this and wanted to cover it as quickly as possible with concrete. And if you ever go, you'll know what I'm saying. It is very hard to see any of Mother Nature anywhere. In fact, the trees that are in there, which are very few, have a very tiny bit of space that Mother Nature has to grow, has to have the breathing space so a tree can grow and to be fed. So the trees only got a few, possibly a few feet of area to breathe. Everything else is cobbled, concreted, and I imagine piles and piles and piles. Now, does that affect the Moldavite, the energy of the Moldavite? No, you can feel the energy. It's very powerful. And I guess for me, I kind of felt, well, it's nice, but there was nothing there that made me feel happy about the situation, as such as the power of Moldavite has been concealed. So that was my experience. Although it's beautiful, and there's a beautiful medieval village there, and it's very, very important to Germany, and many people come. I was kind of a bit disappointed, but something felt a bit like, I don't know. And then all of a sudden we got to find something out. Guess what? This bit's great. Not only when this beautiful meteorite was coming down to Earth, that one section was there, but there was also another meteorite which split. So it's the same Moldavite, but it split, and one was the first impact, and then there was another one that came, and not many people know about this, and we've just got to find out. So guess where we're heading? We're going to head to that location, but there is no medieval castle on top, so hopefully I can film that place, because it wasn't worth filming there because it was just a village. You wouldn't have felt anything and seen anything. Hopefully where we're going to this morning, it's going to be a crater that you can feel and I can take a video of, and I'll explain what I feel and see there, and you can see the surrounding areas. And that's called Steinheim. Okay, so that's it. That's the update today, guys, on the adventures of the power of Moldavite. The reason why I'm doing this journey is because the final chapter is really important to one of the channeled messages I received when working with Moldavite 11 years ago, and I wanted to know if this is really true, and you'll understand it when you read the book, why I had to come here and what the reason was. So it's all interesting, it's great, And I just want to say thank you guys for supporting me and your wonderful messages yesterday. I hope you enjoyed the Moldavites that I showed you, and the tourmaline, the watermelon tourmaline, and the other little bits that I showed you. Yeah, it's great. I'm so happy you're enjoying the journey with me. It's lovely here in Germany. It's a beautiful place, beautiful people. Yeah, I'm just so happy here. A few days ago, about a week ago, I don't know if I told you guys, but I went for a meal on my birthday, and it was coincidentally we were just walking in Marbella, and we walked up to, I'm not going to say where, but I got food poisoning, and it was with a pizza, a fermented. It was meant to be a special. This place when we were at, I didn't even know it was very posh and very special. We just walked into this place, and it was a fermented pizza, and it tasted rancid. And I still ate it because I thought, this is what it's meant to taste like. And fermented is always, in my understanding, very, very healthy. Well, I was really ill, guys. I started vomiting from 12 in the morning till 5 o'clock at night till 12 at night. I've actually vomited all the way through. And it was really, really took its toll out of my body. And a few of you said you're not looking too good. Well, that's why. That's the reason why. And it's another reason why I prefer to eat at home. And you're always more safer by picking your own produce and making your own food than going out to eat, because you never know. And the place where I went to eat, guys, apparently is one of the most famous locations in the Costa del Sol of the most famous chef in the world. Because it cost a lot of money, but it was my birthday, and I thought, oh, it's okay, it's my birthday. And me and China had a lovely meal, and she was fine. So I just guess I was a bit unlucky with mine. And there you go. That's it. So if I may still look a little bit rough, but apparently it takes a good few days once you've got over severe food poisoning. I think I got over it pretty quick, because actually the night I was being sick, I had to wake up the next morning to go on a flight for 4 hours to Germany. So I think I've done quite well, but I think this is going to be my last road trip for a while. I think I need to settle back into my life and not travel, and just fully focus and find my peace and balance again, and do a lot more meditation and a lot more work on Moldavite. And that's it. So I think you'll not see me traveling for too much, but just really embracing what I've done, all the crystals that I've got now, and all the work that I need to put into it for them to go on to Bajerski.com, which I love, and it really brings my balance and peace. I guess that's it. I'm waffling on a bit too much, but thanks very much. And a few messages came in today about the authenticity of Mark Bajerski, the genuine Mark Bajerski. It really, I've got to say thank you for that. It makes a massive difference in my life when people see me for who I am, and see me not as anything more than that, because I've been getting an awful lot of messages of people saying to me, remember who you are. What's the other one? Stay humble. It's really difficult to understand when I see these messages, because I can't help but be who I am. And if you really truly understand spirituality in all forms, by saying to somebody stay as you are, you're actually telling them not to grow. And in another sense, when you say always remember who you are, it's like saying that I've got ego, or that now that you're doing well, who do you think you are? I think it says a lot about other people. I've never said that to anybody, so I find that a bit fascinating when people say those words to me, because we grow, we elevate. And you know what, is it my fault that markbajerski.com is doing well and people are wanting to buy genuine, healing, healthy, cleansing products from there, from the work that I've done all my life? Are you only happy when I'm staying a little, oh, Mark's good there where he is, he's fine there, leave him be there. And if he stays like that, then that's all right, because it makes my world. But if he starts growing, oh, who does he think he is? I don't get that. I really struggle with that, because I look at I've told you this before, guys. my best friends when I was a kid were all millionaires. They came from millionaire families, or they came from nothing and became very wealthy. You know what? I have so much admiration for anybody who's successful in whatever field of work they do. And success doesn't mean monetary value. It means success in their happiness, how they've achieved, what they've achieved, where they are. They're people who know about them and they've written books or whatever they've done in their field of work. I say, wow, that's amazing. Not that I want it, but I'm proud of that you've achieved your goals. So I find it fascinating and very hypocritical how people pull other people down for doing well, yet in truth, if you ask them, they probably want that. They probably want achievement. They probably want people to recognize them. So I think we should be aware of how we react to people by saying, always stay humble, always remember your roots and who you are and when you first started. I mean, what's the point in starting anything and not getting anywhere if that's all you see in others? And I think we limit ourselves by doing that. I've always said when I've seen somebody doing well, I admire that and I want to achieve that kind of feeling of doing well in life, not because of monetary value. It always gets attached to monetary value with people, and I don't get that. So I guess that's it really. Can I be anybody different from what I am every day? Can I be any more humble? Can I go down on my knees and say I'm sorry for doing well? I mean, it just really beggars belief why people would say that, instead of most of you who say, well done, Mark, you can see you're doing well every day. That doing well is 16 years of working damn hard, and I'm proud of where I am and who I am, and I have got no feelings of negativity and fear and worry about anything, because I am who I am. I can't change. I can't be any different in the sense of what happens from day to day in my living experience. It's part of the journey, and when things change around you, you change with it, and change is what we are. And I've said it time and time again, we are we're living human beings in this spirit, beautiful energy. We are that spirit, and we're always transforming. Where we progress every day. That's how it's meant to be. And sometimes we slip, sometimes we fall, sometimes we get stronger, and sometimes we get weaker. But, at the end of the day, what is life about? It is about experience. And whatever that experience is, you can only do your best and be your best. I do understand to a degree when people say, oh God, who does he think he is now? He's got massive ego, is this and that. And I understand that to a degree, but have I been that as of late? No. What have I've done as of late? I've actually done more good in my heart, more good for people around me. I share more, I gift more. So I don't know why people see me as a threat that I'm going to change. I don't get it. I really don't. So it makes me wonder whether they're looking at themselves and maybe worried about if they ever, created something and became successful, whether they would change. But then I would say to you guys, we all change every day. So don't worry about things like that, because when you worry about things like that, all you're doing is suppressing yourself, and you're wanting to hold people back by saying those things. So don't say them. Just say congratulations, well done, I see you thriving, and you give me encouragement, and you make me want to be better, and you make me understand in this world that yes, you can be successful and still be beautiful and kind and caring. And that's what I'm trying to get across to people every day. Just be you, even if you become successful one day. Not that I am, it's just that I'm, doing a little bit better than I did 16 years ago. So be kind to people, be caring, and show your support as best as you can, like I do to everybody I see in and around my life every day who do get successful, who do become successful, who do, really, really make a difference in the world. But, success isn't all about money. Success is about constant. It's about, belief in yourself, belief in the work that you do. And by doing that every day, you create whatever it is. And it doesn't matter if 1 person or 1 million people see it. It's still successful. It's still deemed to me a success. Whereas how do you measure success? Do you measure it because of how many followers you've got? How much money you've got? Well, you've got it all wrong. You're never going to be successful if that's the case. And like I keep sharing to you guys, you know, I never wanted success in those values, in those measuring sticks. You know, to me was helping 1 person at a time, giving love 1 person at a time. And you know that giving love 1 person at a time, eventually you look back and see that all them times that you planted a seed into people's hearts, you turn around one day after 16 years and see a forest behind you of love and strength and people who care for you because you helped them along your journey, just as you've been helped along your journey, and so have I. So that's how I see success. I see just helping 1 person at a time. And that's it, guys. Anyway, I'm going to head off now. Wish me luck, and I'm going to try and make another video for you guys. I'm sorry I didn't do a video yesterday of the village, but to be honest, you just need to go on the internet and just have a look at the village for yourself. Really, you have to be there to feel it and understand it. But I think the next stop we do, this next little part of the journey, is going to be a little bit more exciting, and I'll definitely take a video there and we'll have a chat and I'll tell you how I feel there, if anything. I don't know, I might not feel anything, let's see. Okay guys, take care. Thank you for going to Bajerski.com and buying your genuine Moldavites, and I hope you enjoy the collection as much as I've enjoyed working with them too. Take care, see you soon. Bye.